See Roger Ayers in his 18th tournament, NCAA tournament. He's done 6 Final Fours. Larry Scarrato, 11 tournaments, 1 Final Four. And Rod Rourke, 4 tournaments here today. And so we are underway at the tip in our final one in Seattle, Washington.
I have to think it's going to be just what Jalen said. Oregon going to look to pound it inside. Biddle, Angel, Bamba. Those guys have such a size mismatch on the interior.
Already some good ball movement. The shot clock down to 7. Biddle turns, fires. He hits his first shot.
Right on cue. I might have to play the lottery tonight.
That was a good call. Nate Biddle is going to have that ability to just shoot over the top. Liberty runs great half-court offense, though. Look for a lot of dribble handoffs. They're going to have these shooters flying all over.
Matheny didn't hesitate. Here's Shellstab. Angel from up top. Oh, they've hit their first 2 shots. They've been waiting all day to do this.
What a big shot for Brandon Angel. In Big Ten play, only 26% from 3, just 2 of his last 7 over the last 6 games. He's a good shooter, but hasn't shot it well this year.
And I always thought it benefited a high seed to play in the evening, in particular the last game, because you get a chance to digest everything that happened throughout the landscape of college basketball.
You're itching to get back at it, and these shooters are itching. Man, they open up a perfect 3 for 3 tonight.
Big shot for the confidence of Jackson Shellstat. 2 of his last 16 from 3 coming in. First shot of the game, nothing but net.
Matheny looking to spring free. Tosses it away. Shellstat on the move. Has Bamba and Angel.
Bamba is a load going to the rim. Really looks like a linebacker out there.
Oh, Biddle squeezes out. A rare miss, and the only miss here so far for the Ducks.
Great contest without fouling by Biddle.
This is one of those games for Liberty where the drive might not be for you. Just because of the way that Biddle can impact shots at the rim. Shot fakes, head fakes, look to spray it for your 3s.
Biddle taking that contact, that double team coming. Barthélemy, his first 3.
Doing a great job of making his teammates around him better. Be patient on the post, force him to help. You should never give up a strong side 3 on a strong side post.
There's just nowhere to rotate from right there. If you don't get the steal, it's going to go up.
Oregon 3 of 4 from 3, 4 of 5 from the field.
And Zach Cleveland, a really interesting player. Second in Conference USA in assists per game as a power forward, and a guy that he's just going to manipulate defenses and look to make plays for others.
And if Aquino's not going to score, then it's going to allow Biddle to hang out in the front of the rim.
Air ball that time. You know, it's also an interesting energy here in the building. Dana Altman and his team took that quick 40-minute flight from Eugene, Oregon. In the 15th season, all kinds of success here in March and in the NCAAs, coaching at Oregon and Creighton and Kansas State. But an interesting energy, because when Oregon was being introduced, there were part cheers and
some haters.
Cheers.
Some haters from Arizona are lingering, I think. that Pac-12 rivalry from back in the day.
Matheny. An 11-2 start.
We've seen our lower seeds, who on the season have been good 3-point shooting teams, not be able to flip the matchup with 3s.
That's just, I mean, the physicality of a guard like him to just create his own space.
Jackson Shellstat had a major league Big Ten season, way better than the non-conference.
Porter, Matheny. Liberty's got to hit some shots from 3.
Matheny's gotten some good ones. Jackson Shellstat, just that physicality right there. You're getting your game on, maybe a little bit of a push off, but Matheny going down, and Shellstat stepping right back and drilling it from 15 feet.
Yeah, being able to stop on a dime. Colin Porter picks up his first personal. And some subs here coming in. And Talon Peter comes off the bench for Liberty, but he really is their 6th starter and an exciting player for the Flames. Getting some early time here, maybe he can provide a little bit of a spark for Liberty.
Biddle doing a good job of doing his work early.
It's Liberty basketball. Man, that was quick. We're inside 16 already. We'll take a timeout.
So Oregon is a great example of why we cannot get hung up on where a team finishes in the standings as it relates to their seed. Oregon was in the 8-9 game last week in the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis, but they're a 5 seed in large part because of their great non-conference record. They traveled 26,700 miles this season, yet they get rewarded because of their overall resume by being the closest team in the Big Ten to a site. They're here in Seattle, a 40-minute flight, about 4-hour drive. They don't have to go very far. Now they will if they win on Sunday and tonight. They're going all the way to Newark, but a lot of work before that.
Yeah, ironic, Oregon playing in the East region. Shellstad pulls up from 3, a transition look. He says, look at me.
He looks like a different player, confidence-wise, letting it go here. Struggled to end the season, but right now, Jackson Shellstad, boy, anytime he crosses half court, Jalen, it's in danger of going up.
He's doing a great job playing defense, getting out in transition. 1 on 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's got renewed life, Robbie. 17% from three-point range, 4 of 23. He ended the regular season.
And for Liberty, the game of basketball is so tough when you're not making shots.
No doubt, especially when it's your identity.
Absolutely. 1 for 6 from the floor, 0 for 4 from 3.
Shellstad commits the foul. His first.
They've got a couple of good open looks.
Liberty's defense, though, on the season has been elite at guarding the 3. They are 3rd nationally, holding teams to 28% from 3, but early on, Oregon 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Porter leaning in, gets his own miss. How did he get his own miss?
Oh, boy.
Hang on.
But with the no bottles, with coffee, water, anytime the ball comes over here, you're playing a dangerous game.
A slow dribbler
yes.
in our direction. Look at how Tracy is playing. Peter, really tight. And Cleveland loses it.
Oregon's so active, blowing up dribble handoffs and then active hands.
There's Pompa with a strong take. You mentioned it. He is a locomotive when he drives to the hole. 13-0 run here for Oregon, and Liberty forced to call another timeout. Richie McKay, this is not the start they dialed up. I mean, when you're a Liberty fan, you could get real creative with your game day attire.
I like it.
Don't miss a Minecraft movie. Only in theaters April 4th. If we could get one of those wigs on Andy Katz, the tournament, I think, would be complete. Speaking of complete, you know, Oregon up there with the Blue Bloods in terms of most wins in March since Dana Altman has taken over in Oregon. Look at that, tops of the list.
Well, if we're going to get Andy a wig, we might have to hurry up if Liberty don't make a run.
Look at TJ Bamba chase right there.
Yeah.
Nothing is easy right now for Liberty.
It's his
All
hands
effort.
and deflections
Great contest by
everywhere.
Biddle. I appreciate that from the big fella. He's underneath the rim, went all the way out to the corner as a 7-footer to make the contest.
Oh, look at the spacing. That's great play design there. You don't get it, but you have lifted everyone. And now you're posting Biddle. It's over the top. It's a great set play there by Dana Altman. There's a reason that he's won all these games. This dude can really coach.
And you can empty out the weak side when you're knocking down threes the way they are so far this game. I like the patience.
Biddle trying to work his way short.
Good job by Yates there, holding his own and getting a quality contest there, being physical with Nate Biddle.
Porter driving,
Nice
drops it off to Cleveland. Beautifully done. Their best possession here so far.
And that's what the Liberty gonna have to do. Just run half court offense like your hair on fire. Pass, cut, move, and see if you can get some cuts and get some action and easy layups.
Ends an Oregon 13-0 run. 3 to shoot.
I love that TJ Bamba didn't just settle.
I do too.
He has not shot the ball well this year. His first 4 years of college basketball, pretty good shooter from 3. But in his last season, it just hasn't been there. There's 3 on the shot clock. A lot of guys settle. Bamba right there, man, put your head down, use your physicality, and reset the possession by drawing a foul.
For the Liberty, you have a great defensive possession and ultimately get up with a foul late in the clock.
And so the shot clock resets to 20, and there's Bamba again with the drive. And the foul on the Evans foul.
Kwame Evans has been rebounding these last couple games. And honestly, you look at his last 6 of the regular season, kind of starting to come into his own. Big-time talent, big-time recruit, a lot of ability, but starting to figure this thing out.
He's a worker. 6+ rebounds, 6 straight games now, as he's about to take his first free throw attempts, and actually Oregon's first free throw attempts of the game. Get more sports coverage than ever before in the Bleacher Report app. Be sure to download the all-new Bleacher Report app today. Biddle taking a seat. Shot it 4 times, the 1 bucket, a couple of rebounds.
Oregon is still in the defense.
I like it with your length and athleticism. If you're Oregon, just kind of take Liberty out of rhythm. They're a rhythm team that wants to run their sets.
And they're doing a good job running them off the 3-point line.
All right, backdoor cut, beautifully done.
That's exactly what I was talking about. They want to run you off of the 3-point line like in our previous game, the exact same thing. You got to take advantage of those opportunities.
With Oregon extending their pressure, they're going to look to turn you over if they can. Those back cuts are going to be there.
Bartholomew knocks it down. It's a 2-pointer.
He and Shellstat are doing work so far in this game. 6 for 7 from the floor, 15 points combined.
Invert and pick and roll. Right, those bigs just don't know, and the guards are like, wait, I have to hedge? Like, what is this? And then you look at this back cut. It's just going to be right down Broadway. 2 on the ball. Kwame Evans gets caught ball watching. That's a fantastic cut by Zach Cleveland.
And a terrific dime.
Keynote to a cutting Matheny, lays it off again to Cleveland, takes the contact.
They found something with Cleveland
Yeah,
rolling to the
did.
rim, whether it's as a cutter or in some rolling actions. Pick and roll, on and off the ball. But Cleveland just knows how to play. Really impressive player.
Well, that's where Liberty has found its scoring, too. All 6 points coming in the paint. Backdoor cuts.
And that's what you got to do. Got to continue to work the game. They're going to suffocate the 3-point line. Find other ways to make plays.
Every dunk, every 3, every upset, fan work is thirsty work. Stay refreshed with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Right, Decker Jr. checking in. And Cleveland's got the last 6 points for Liberty as Porter checks out. Colin Porter, a really good conference tournament. In 2 games, the last 2 games, he averaged about 14 points, 7 assists per game.
He had to feel like he probably got snubbed off that all-conference team.
Yeah.
Good defensive pressure by Liberty.
Oregon did a good job not to turn it over. Tracy, post-entry pass.
Well, you can just tell Liberty's in a more competitive posture to compete.
That's a good way to put it. Supreme Cook with some free throws coming. We'll take a timeout. 28-2-8 advantage. Sue Bird loves Seattle. She also loves the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament. You can catch complete coverage on NCAA.com. Checking in with Andy Katz, who checked in with Dana Altman.
Dana, how much so far has this offense gone to script?
Well, we hit a few more threes than I anticipated. I wanted to go inside a little bit more, but I like our defensive activity. We have 7 deflections. Gave him a couple back doors there. We got a little too extended, but our activity defensively was good. But I think we still need to go inside a little bit more on the offensive end.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, as hard as Biddle has been working, I almost forgot that he's gotten so many touches. He's only got the 2 points to show for it.
But they're, Oregon's activity level, limiting threes. The Liberty offense 0 of 5 from downtown. They've also turned them over 4 times. Liberty, a team that hasn't turned the ball over all season long. So I agree with Dana Altman. The defense has been there. And offensively, certainly the three-point shooting early on has been a nice lift.
Yeah, their attack has been inverted. They're plus 12 on threes. They're up and only have 2 points in the paint, 2 on second chance points.
It'll stay Oregon basketball. Shelstad, to give you perspective on his start, 8 points, hasn't missed a shot. He had 8 points the entire game in the loss to Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament.
I love his mindset coming out, Lisa. It was, I'm going to be aggressive, whether I make or miss shots early on. I'm looking for mine.
Raheem Moss with the back down, the spin move. He got all the moves right there.
As a defender, hands in the air. He did a great job stopping his first move, his second move. Don't reach in and commit that foul at that point. Did a great job, Stay down, hands in the air.
Nice job by Raheem Moss, though, of finding a way, pivoting. And it's hard when you're a defender that's given up a lot of physicality and size. You're fighting for your life down there. And Raheem Moss is a big guard. That's where Oregon, I think, obviously Biddle is a size mismatch, but look at the size outside of Shelstad. Bamba, he's a big guard. Bam Tracy's a big guard. Raheem Moss, those guys have real size in the Oregon backcourt.
Yeah, Moss is listed at 6'3", over 200, at 205. And 8 Oregon Ducks have scored now. And Porter takes the bump from Moss, his first.
Let's see if Liberty can get a 3 here. At least a great opportunity for a shot at a look.
Richie
They've got to
McKay.
boost their confidence.
Richie McKay, and it's a second stint as the Liberty head coach. Spent some time in Charlottesville learning under Tony Bennett at Virginia. Trying to X and O his way back into this one for a comeback. 4 seconds to shoot. Cleveland, what a move, spins off and rims out.
That's what Cleveland's going to do. He's going to wheel and deal.
Evans gives it up. Here's Tracy.
Evans thought about the 3 both times he caught it out there. He's going to let it go next time.
Porter comes back to get it. Porter, a deep shot. And Liberty's still looking for his first 3-pointer, 0 for 6.
Oregon ran away from the ball there, a little fortunate. Liberty's gotten some quality looks and just hasn't knocked them down here.
Liberty shoots almost 40% as a team from 3. Shelstad, how about double figures? Kind of like shaking his head like, I don't want to get out of this unconsciousness.
He balling.
He's in quite the rhythm right now, but you can kind of see the look in his eyes that he is feeling it right now.
Yeah, he needed a game like this. 27-8 advantage. Matheny. And there's
really
your first
action.
3-pointer. It's his 100th of the season.
Can't lose track of that guy. And if you're behind, Oregon's got to have an awareness that if your man is beat, I'm switching that thing out and contesting.
Shelstad in and out. His first miss. Moffmer. And it's Cook who rips it down. But we got the next dead ball. We got like a line shift coming up here for Oregon. 4 guys just sitting at the scorer's table. And an offensive foul call against Supreme Cook, trying to set that screen.
Shelstad didn't wait for him.
Yeah, that's what they're having a conversation about right there, Jalen. That's really more on Shelstad than it is on Supreme Cook. That's where Kwame Evans, he does start to feel that. He's trying to get out, but you've got to think it a little bit quicker there. You're a little bit late. Matheny, man, the way he shoots the basketball, it's got to be just a switch, and now you're playing.
Aquino now will bring it across. Here's Peter. Arguably the most exciting and athletic player that Liberty has.
Hasn't even taken a shot yet,
No,
Lisa.
I know, it's surprising to me. 5 turnovers now for the Flames.
Keno threw that. Way too tough.
Look at how quick Bamba can shift. The tip, not there for Biddle.
For as physical and big as Bamba is, he hasn't been great finishing at the rim on the year, only 45% on layups this season.
And the deflection there, that's what Dana Altman was telling Andy Katz. Defense is active. Yeah, they got beat on a couple of back doors, but keeping track of the deflections, and that number's really high in the first half. Matheny against Biddle. Look at that. That must be the biggest height mismatch of the NCAA tournament. Biddle leaking out, though.
What a catch.
Yeah, what a
out.
catch. Those soft hands.
Yes.
We will take a timeout. I would love to see that one-on-one matchup. Biddle, Matheny.
You think Matheny's taking him outside. Biddle knew the scouting report, though. He had his hand up the whole time. That's where Caden Matheny wants to live. This matchup going the way of Nate Biddle.
Richie, you've got 2 for sure media timeouts coming. What are you going to stress to try to chip away at this lead?
We got to get in our right identity. We're way out of sync. I just think the early missed shots, our broken floor in transition has really hurt us. And unless Jalen and Robbie come in the game, we're going to have to do it on the defensive end.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks.
Guys, what you think?
Well, maybe if that new rule gets passed with the 5th year of eligibility, we could start coming into the games. We'll see.
I got you, Coach. Just let me know who your barber is. I need to get a cut while I'm in town.
Time to shoot. Shellstad. Boy, he's had the hot hand of the first half. He's missed his last couple of shots.
Pretty good defense there by Liberty, settling in and forcing a contested one there. Good back screen.
Backdoor look. Mothmer and Antoine, they'll score the goal.
That was a terrific set. So if you're going to take away the 3-point shot and we can't back cut, we're just going to empty out the paint.
Well, and when you use the screener as your best shooter, you're not helping off Matheny. It's a great play design by Richie McKay out of that timeout. And you're right, that's a great pressure release right there for the Liberty Flames.
And 8 points in the paint. So 8 of the 14 for Liberty coming inside.
How about that for a role reversal, considering their tallest player is 6'8".
That's right. A 3-point shooting team. Biddle just plowed his way in for 2.
I think if I'm Xander Yates, I'm like, well, what do you want me to do?
Biddle stands 7 feet, 240. Grew up went to high school about 2.5 hours from campus. Porter looks it off. Matheny can pull from there, and he does. You can feel it coming. Waiting for those long ones from him. Post touch here for Angel, and 3 turnovers here for Oregon.
The Liberty doing a good job of competing defensively. They're covering up the paint. They're making Oregon work.
So the big stat to watch is the threes. 1 of 10 from 3. It's such a big part of what Liberty wants to do.
And they've gotten some good looks.
Colin Porter's getting dangerously close to carrying the basket. They never call that anymore, but
1 for 11 from 3 now. There's another touch for Biddle. He's got numbers around him. 6 points now.
Nice patience, nice footwork, soft touch.
And he's got the last 4. Crossover Cleveland. Biddle got a piece.
I don't think that the common Big Ten basketball fan understands the impact that Nate Biddle makes on the game on both ends of the floor. And Oregon's defensive numbers when he's not out there kind of plummet.
Now the putback, count the bucket, and one coming for the big man.
A contest on one end, finish on the other. And the vet play to tie your shoe to catch your breath right here. Getting to the offensive glass, taking some contact, finishing right through it. Nate Biddle, what a season he's had. Injured all of last season. And there's that footwork, Jalen, you were talking about.
He missed all but 5 games, and because of that, the NCAA did approve a 5th year of eligibility, which he has not decided what he wants to do right now. Stay at Oregon, stay in college, try out his pro career. Dana Altman had said to us yesterday, to say we want him back would be an understatement. He's got the last 7 for Oregon. We'll get that breather. Didn't even have to tie his shoe. He got the breather instead.
No, that's just to calm yourself down. Get that heart rate down. You know, that's veteran play there by Biddle.
Here's Porter.
That was a really nice.
And another backdoor cut. It's working.
That was a really nice cut.
Moffmer with 2. Grad transfer.
You watch Liberty, they know how to play. But the thing that they have to do in this game if they're going to win is that they're going to have to make threes.
Matheny now 1 for 6 from 3. Kick out.
Tracy, great inside-outside look for Oregon.
There's that strong side trap
Can't
again,
strong
Jalen.
side double and give up a strong side 3. There's no way your teammates can rotate and help you.
And Porter leaning in. Finger roll, not there. See Liberty taking it out. Shot clock will reset to 20.
The thing is, if you're going to strong side trap, you better be pre-rotating, where you're like already sending a guy. If you're not going to do that, it's going to be open shot after open shot from the strong side.
And Peter, you mentioned Robbie hasn't taken a shot yet.
They got to get him a look.
Yeah, driving baseline, but look at the numbers around him.
There you go.
Lob play. Aquino. Rims out.
Yeah,
Ball's loose. Liberty has it.
Offensive rebound.
Peter's first shot. We got a foul against Evans Jr., his second. Under 4, and we'll take a timeout. Michigan State getting all it can handle here early. The tournament summary: number 1 Florida taking care of Norfolk State. New Mexico has a number 10 seed taking care of Marquette. So you see the 12 seeds now have gotten a couple. Colorado State and New Mexico in the Mountain West. Now with those couple of wins here today, the Mountain West is now 2-2 here in the tournament. Colorado State, one of the double-digit seeds advancing that we saw at our site. And now Liberty 1 for 13 from 3 after that latest miss.
I think they like the looks they're getting for their best shooters. I mean, that's what you want for Taylor Peter.
Tracy with the take. They tried the back door. That time Oregon shut it down. Cleveland now with the back down against Angel. He's got numbers. The kick out, Moffmer in 2-point territory. Still can't get it. The foul is not there, but the foul is on Angel.
There's a lid on the rim for Liberty. They've scored it all year long. I mean, just been one of the teams that 6th nationally in field goal percentage, 6th nationally in 3-point field goal percentage. They average 10.5 threes a game.
Yeah, it's that man's worst nightmare in terms of how it could unfold here in the NCAA tournament. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now. Liberty Flames, Conference USA champs, second year in the league. They've bounced around from the Big South to the A-Sun to Conference USA.
Well, how about for them, the adjustment last year, and Richie McKay talked to us at shoot-around about this, maybe not ready for what Conference USA was bringing, but then in year 2, back to what they've been doing. Liberty has had so much success under Richie McKay.
And both of these teams have traveled a bit.
Good rebound. Just couldn't hang on to it, but I like Moss flying in from the perimeter, those big Oregon guards.
It'll stay here. A couple of subs checking in here for the Ducks. Shellstad back in, Bamba back in. And Shellstad still the leading scorer here for Oregon with his 10 points.
He's been terrific this half.
All 9 Ducks that have played have scored. Porter, catch and shoot, air ball.
And Porter's a 44% three-point shooter.
Yeah.
He's 4th in Conference USA by percentage.
1 for 14 for a Liberty team like we've talked about. Shoots 39% as a team. Biddle
Oh, man.
couldn't quite get to it.
Aquino just got popped in the head pretty good. He's seeing stars right now. I think Biddle gets him coming down. Yeah. Man, that does not feel good.
Roger Ayers coming over, making sure he's all right. All right, we're at the 2-minute mark here in the first half. A 22-point advantage for Oregon. Knocks it away again. Another deflection, turnover, steal. Shellstad tosses it to Bamba. Turned away. And Biddle looking to go to work.
Off of the strong side.
Yeah, there you go.
Good contest. Aquino matched him there.
Said it. With the score.
Aquino to Cleveland.
How about the verticality from Angel? That is fantastic right there. Getting vertical. Dana Altman fired up. That was not a smart foul by Keyshawn Bartholomew.
That's his first.
What a ref was watching them talk and get tangled up the entire time.
Still
They didn't want anything to escalate.
It's the 7th turnover for Oregon. And his first personal foul, and Dana Altman immediately will sub him out. Matheny just 3 points. He hit that 1 3-point shot, and then that's been it. He comes over to get it again. Here's another 3-point attempt. It's his 2nd of the night.
Great movement by Matheny.
He's got all 2 of the 3-point makes here for Liberty. Our game summary, Liberty, the 3-point shooting is the story. As we've talked about, normally they make about 4 to 5 more threes than their opponent. 2nd best in the country with that differential, but they're 2 of 15 here tonight. And have been outmatched by Oregon. Coming up at the AT&T at the half, scores and highlights and the latest NCAA tournament news. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Oregon's got to be careful with Matheny because all he needs to see one go down, and he can be hot. There's a 2-for-1 right there. That's NBA. But this is smart from Liberty. Look at this. They're putting this in the freezer, and they're not going to touch this. Oh, wow.
Shelstad
what a
dives
play.
for it.
That was some awesome gamesmanship right there. That was really cool.
And now it's really just a tenth of a second differential between game and shot clock. Shelstad has Porter defending. Will refuse the screen and pull up for three. Boy, he's been big. He's been the story of the first half with 15 points.
That's an incredible sequence right there by Jackson Shelstad. The hustle to get on the floor.
Hustling.
And then how about just getting your game on, rising up and cashing out.
Got that determination and focus, and now he's with Andy Katz.
Well, I don't know what happened in that huddle, but you come out of that huddle, you hit 2 threes, and you come up with a steal. What was said in there?
I mean, we let up. You saw it. They started hitting some open shots. We know this team can get hot really quick, so we just got to keep applying pressure the whole game.
I've covered you a lot this season, and the problem has always been the slow starts. That's the complete opposite of what has happened this season. What changed when you guys got out of the gate?
I mean, this is the tournament. If we come out flat, you know, bad things can happen. So we got to keep applying the same pressure we did that first half. Just keep playing hard.
Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you.
24-point advantage is the largest advantage of the game. Coming up on AT&T at the half, scores and highlights, and we'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
The Oregon defense, you know, holding a Liberty team that shoots it so well from 3 to 2 of 15 from beyond the arc. We'll see if the Flames can get hot. They're going to need to if they're going to come back in this one.
You didn't even mean to say that, did you? The Flames could get hot?
No, I was thinking that all for halftime right there. Loading that one up.
Loading up that line here at the half. Here's Porter driving.
Aquino, if Biddle's not going to guard, you got to be a mover, cutter, screener. Allowing Biddle to goaltend.
They found Cleveland, like you said, in the first half, and that's still working in the first possession.
They do a great job of moving him around, putting him in DHOs, putting him in pick and roll situations. He's great rolling to the rim, and that's what he wants. Get to the basket and finish him in those close to the rim plays.
He's the leading scorer right now for Liberty with 8 points, 8 of the 22. Shelstad had the 15 points at halftime, only missed 2 shots. Shelstad tried to look it off.
Good help from Aquino there to open up on that back screen. Saved a layup.
8 turnovers for Oregon. Oh, Cleveland. And the finish job there by Moffmer.
Dana Altman is irate with
Biddle
his defense.
Biddle got to look at the Scott report again. He didn't come from under the hoop like he knew he had that in him. Payback.
That might have been like a frustration attempt here, too. Whoa.
Cleveland just going upstairs. That would have been nasty right there. Cocking that thing back on a 7-footer. Man.
Oh, Oregon rips it away from Cleveland. Shelstad, look at how quickly they got up.
That's the problem with Cleveland being an 18% three-point shooter, though. If he just stays at the three-point line, he's wide open, but there's a reason he doesn't want to shoot it.
They're moving in the half court. And another turnover.
You can just see how they intentionally running them off the 3 line, so they know Biddle's there to contest everything, trying to force the offensive players to help.
That length and activity has bothered Liberty all game long. What normally is a layup in a Conference USA game, it's not against this Oregon defense.
And Oregon's doing a great job of making multiple efforts.
Yes.
Defensively, helping on the screens, helping on the dribble handoffs, communicating.
Be prepared for history to be written in the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. NHL on TNT playoff coverage begins April 19th. on TNT, TBS, and Max. 9 turnovers for Liberty. His second turnover this half has led to these free throws here for Bamba.
A good switch there by Bamba. He was beat, and Oregon just switched it out.
The putback's good for Angel.
Wasn't an easy catch either. I mean, he corralled that with one hand, gathered, and went up with it.
And Matheny from up top.
You can see the look on Shellstaff's face when he allowed Matheny to get that open look. He just knew it was going in.
That's because Matheny's reputation is that if you give him shots like that, it's going in. Oh, man, what a block.
Amongst the trees. Bamba for 3. Liberty also starting Talon Peter here to begin this second half. He has barely
I like this action.
Barely touched the ball. Matheny, corner shot.
Those are shots he's made all season long.
He's struggling. And not only the miss, it would have actually been a long two. Normally he gets his feet behind the line.
Bamba looking to spin off of Peter, does that.
He just misses so many close-in shots. When you look at his body, you think that's not going to be the case.
Oh, slips a pass. What a beautiful look. And Peter with the finish.
Maybe that gets him going, because Talon Peter on the season is one of the most efficient players in college basketball. Top 15 in terms of offensive rating, 58 from the field, 46 from 3. He's had a monster year.
6th player of the year in Conference USA. Bartholomew, 7 points. And Peter at least looking for his shot.
There's not many NCAA tournament games that feel like pickup, but this kind of feels like pickup right now. Like, just gotta get your game on, do it.
This pickup game's pretty tight in the second half. It's 8-6. Just look at the second half score. Cleveland.
Now Smart with the mismatch. You got Shellstat down there. Cleveland has real size at 6'7". Smart by Liberty to find that matchup and go right at it.
Be a good time to give Biddle an opportunity offensively on the post.
Both of these teams have both scored 8 points in the second half.
There haven't been many possessions that have gone this deep in the shot clock here.
Peter rips it away.
Really good D by Peter.
9 turnovers for Oregon. And Peter can get up too.
Pull up.
Biddle's got to have a sense of urgency. He can make that shot. You can't just leave him. Oregon's got to stay locked in here. They've kind of lost their concentration and focus.
And as you mentioned about Peter, he saw the basketball go in with a layup. Now he's hunting a 3. He knocks it down on the right wing.
These fans are excited about the way Oregon's been playing. Arizona awaits the winner of this one. Six on the timer.
Great split. Shellstat setting the table. Good drop.
Split the defense to find Cook.
If you're going to hard hedge, you've got to be connected with that big. You start giving some space, and you're right, Jalen. Shellstat with a beautiful split of the ball screen.
Shot partially blocked.
Evans did a good job of taking away the lob and contesting with the block at the 3.
Cook turns and faces. Turnover. Peter back the other way. Talon Peter.
Good driving kick.
Yeah, step through Porter to finish it off.
It's crazy to see Liberty struggle to shoot the basketball the way they have tonight, because they have gotten some open shots and just haven't made them.
Yeah, 3 of 21. I mentioned some of their best shooters. I mean, Porter's 0 for 3. Matheny's 2 for 9. Peters 1 for 4. Tracy pump fake.
Great job of staying down on the pump fake.
Now Peter, the hesitation, can't finish with the left hand. But you can see his athleticism on that move.
Kwame Evans, I mean, he just impacts shots at the rim. That length, that athleticism.
Over this.
He affects it on that end, too.
That's how you reward him.
Peter again.
Evans Jr. doing a good job of communicating, giving multiple efforts defensively.
A change of call at originally Liberty. Larry Scarrato, Roger Ayers will chat about it. And it'll stay here, Oregon basketball.
Moss doing a great job beating Evans Jr. over the top.
They got him again.
Too easy.
Oh, good hands. Saved a dunk.
Great rake by Porter.
He was like picturing it in his mind. Or he had the ball in his hands. Evans still working for it. Off his offhand with the right hand.
Really good post D, but the possession isn't over until you're able to secure the rebound. Unfortunately, they weren't able to. Cook did a great job of hustle. Got himself to the line for 2.
Well, that's the Supreme Cook special. You know, led the Big East in offensive rebounds per game last season, and while his minutes have tailed off with Nate Biddle playing as well as he has, that you have got to block out Supreme Cook. But it's easier for me to say that than you to go and do that on the floor.
Yeah, he's in a new role this year. 0 starts in his games. The first 4 years, he had over 100 starts. Every dunk, every 3, every upset fan work is thirsty work. Stay refreshed with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Cook at Georgetown and Fairfield before coming to Oregon.
Peter.
Oregon competing. That screen rescreen. Raheem Moss just stay with Peter the whole time.
Three to shoot.
Great job of playing without fouling.
Yeah, Cleveland feeds it back.
I got to secure the board.
That's a great defensive possession for the Oregon Ducks.
Trying to get Evans Jr. post up. Cannot double from the strong side.
Matheny outlets to Peter.
Peter trying to get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
You can see he got his bounce.
He's got all his points here in the second half. Dalen Peter averages about 14. In and out.
That's another good look, though. I mean, if you're going to switch that, you got to switch it up. Well, Oregon has been fortunate on a lot of these Liberty misses.
Not just a mix-up defensively by Liberty. They did a great job of containing the ball handler. Wasn't no need to overhelp and give up a strong side 3.
Look at this drop. Liberty 0 points and counting in 4 minutes. And a kickball. We'll take a timeout. Oregon's at the 60-point mark to advance to round number 2. a good time.
That's what happens when you 7 for 11 from the floor and 3 of them are threes.
Decker with the miss coming out of that timeout.
I like this matchup.
Yeah, Evans likes it too.
There's just no answer. The size difference between Peter and Evans there. I mean, you're giving up a good 5 or 6 inches, and then the length differential is just not even close.
31 points, largest lead here for Oregon. They had that short 40-minute flight from campus to Seattle, Washington. Now it's just about 9.5 minutes away from taking on another Pac-12, an old Pac-12 opponent in Arizona.
It's hard to believe that Liberty is 3 of 25 from 3.
Yep.
With their season and the way that they have shot it.
You know who else can't believe it is Richie McKay.
No doubt.
Mid-post Moss draws the foul.
The nickname, I like it.
We got 3 subs coming in here for Liberty. Won both the regular season and the tourney conference championship. Cleveland.
Nice step-up screen. Good pass.
And the and one for Liberty.
Those inverted pick and rolls are hard to deal with. Colin Porter sets it. Zach Cleveland comes off it. We talked about it in the first half, but guards just don't really know what to do with it. Lose it, then you drop it off. Set there by the Liberty Flames.
It's Yates with the miss. Xander Yates, Creighton transfer. Heaney thought he had a turnover and a timeout call.
Oregon's been first to the floor for the loose balls all game.
8.5 to play. Big lead for Oregon.
Back here in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena, the home of the Seattle Storm for the WNBA and the Seattle Kraken from the NHL. And what we've got here, I was here in December. This is amazing. It's the iconic Living Wall, 1,700 square feet, Living Wall, 25 to 30 different species of plants, all native to the Pacific Northwest. It is 200 feet long, 14 feet tall. And as it says here, it's sort of a living symbol of hope, optimism, and ingenuity that navigates the climate crisis. Remember, we're in the Northwest here at Climate Pledge Arena. It is a climate pledge to save the environment. You got to check it out.
That is awesome, Andy. You were waiting for that report all day long.
Tremendous journalism there, Cats. Way to go.
Tremendous. All those dimensions, nailed it. Speaking of nailing it, Yates for 3.
That's what he's out there to do. 38% from 3 on his career. Big-time shooter. You mentioned Lisa started at Creighton. Brings some size and some physicality, but he wants to shoot the 3 ball.
Left side drive, Tracy.
You look at the difference in size between Oregon's guards and Liberty's guards, and there's just, you're in a different weight class.
Got a good look.
Porter going for it, still can't knock one down.
And the story of the game, Jalen, they've gotten a lot of shots that I think they would say they wanted from 3.
4 of 27.
Dana Altman did not like that shot from 3.
At all. Another open look.
Boy, they just keep driving and kicking, driving and kicking.
Good cut. No, he's got to go up with that. Those interior close quarters passes, not easy.
Well, Andy's report was so good. We're going to see the living wall again. Andy, this is for you.
Thank you, Andy Katz.
Well, the game summary really does tell the story. Shellstad still the leading scorer here for Oregon. Cleveland with his 10 points. And this also tells the story for the Liberty Flames.
Well, those have been their guys that they've rode all season long. You know, Peter to the 6th man of the year, Matheny, 2nd team All-Conference USA. Colin Porter has been such a rock for this team. It's been one of those nights where the ball has never gone in.
Yeah, frustrating. Colin Porter, a junior. You're looking at Matheny, who's a redshirt senior. Talon Peter, a redshirt senior, a transfer. Great story of Arkansas.
Another open
Tech.
look.
Matheny for 3.
There you go.
And he's got 3 of them.
But for them to win a game like this, this number was going to have to say 14 of 29. You know, it couldn't have been 4 or 5 of 29.
And Bamba with the finish. You know, Richie McKay, when he was joking with the media yesterday here on site, where he saw the draw and he said, yeah, I had the reaction of, oh man. You know, when you get your reaction or you get your draw and you're like, that was the first thing that he thought of. Matheny.
Heat check.
The reporters asked why the all-man reaction. Matheny once again. He said it's a Dana Altman coach team, their size obviously. You know, everything that we're seeing materialize here with this matchup here tonight.
I think their talent too. I mean, you look 1 through 9, the rotation for the Oregon Ducks. They have a lot of good players. And then you mix in Dana Altman's never lost a first-round game in the NCAA tournament. It's a tough deal. That's a tough draw.
How about Biddle? Everything going right.
Seven-footer, catch and shoot 3.
There's Porter. His first points.
They wouldn't have gotten to this point without Colin Porter. The way he played against Jacksonville State, 13 points, 9 assists.
He was great in that conference tournament. Biddle with the putback. And the 8th double-double of the season, 10th of his career. And a timeout for Oregon. 4:28 to go. Yeah, what do you do when your team's up by 30? Yes.
He was doing that when it was tied. He's been having a good time tonight. I think
Good point. Good point. Yates for 3.
Long prep time leading into this game for the Oregon Duck.
Yes.
Supreme Cook. That's your finish. 6 points. Supreme Cook, Brandon Angel, TJ Bamba, Raheem Moss. Some of those players that played over 500 games in their career, but until tonight, no games in the NCAA tournament.
I would think a lot of these guys for Oregon that are starters would be in the game much more.
Yeah, I was surprised to
Out of that timeout, I thought it would be.
I thought they would totally.
Just because, get some rest. You know, you don't want to risk injury.
Especially Shellstad.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And you look at who you got coming up, an Arizona team that was so impressive today.
But a lot of times, too, I believe, Coach probably wanted them to get a standing ovation because he played terrific today.
Sure, and he did. He deserves it.
Johnson is in. Jamari Phillips has been in. Drew Carter checks in for the first time for Oregon. And Mookie Cook. New faces here for the Ducks. But those guys I mentioned, Angel, Cook, Bamba, Moss, Dana Altman had pointed them out this week and how happy he was that they could experience an NCAA tournament. 4 seconds on the shot clock. The drive from Decker Jr. loses it. And a reach-in foul.
Drove it into a crowd, great defense.
Those guys kind of taking this in, that not only their first NCAA tournament game, their first NCAA tournament win, presumably, that's something crazy.
That's been all game for Oregon.
Oregon, indeed, the traditional Big 12 or Big 10 matchup between Oregon and Arizona coming up on Sunday.
The Arizona fans were letting the Oregon starters hear it in the starting lineups here. They were still reveling in their big win, and certainly the Boo Birds were out. Now, Oregon's got a great crowd, too, but you think about that matchup. Arizona, an incredibly talented group, but so is this Oregon team. And you have the traditional rivalry built in there, two teams that know each other very well.
Both have power and athleticism up front. Seem to come at you in waves.
But also dynamic guards, Jalen. You think about those three guards for Arizona, and Jaden Bradley, Caleb Love, and KJ Lewis, how they played today going up against Oregon's backcourt. It's going to be an awesome basketball game.
8 points now for Peter, all in the second half. Oh, bucket in the corner. Mookie Cook is going to just soak it all in. A bucket in the NCAA tournament.
Whether it's a dribble drive, whether it's a post up, when you help off the strong side corner, that normally is going to result into a made three.
And Cook with the foul. But Richie McKay, one of the good guys. Returning, remember, he went to school at Seattle Pacific University, played there. Returned home, he had enjoyed his days, you know, before his team shot the way they did today, but his family was able to have a couple of good days and take him an old stomping grounds for him. Leading Liberty to 28 wins here this season.
And the jump they made in Conference USA this year, because that is a step up from where they were at. You know, conference-wise, the athletes you're seeing, the way you have to play, and for them to win that conference tournament, get back here. Richie McKay has had a ton of success, and that's going to continue on because he can coach.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with this program.
And another bucket. That time from Jason Williams-Johnson.
Jalen, we've had three pretty large margin of victories with the favorites, and I will say for every team that's won, the starters on the bench have been so happy for their teammates, and that's an awesome thing to see.
And that's just a camaraderie you get in collegiate basketball as well.
Totally.
Because these guys get a chance to not only play together, but go to class,
study hall, all that stuff.
Training table,
No
be
doubt.
on the bus, be on the plane. And so that level of that childlike enthusiasm to play a kid's game.
These guys don't know if they'll get time in the NCAA tournament.
I like that Roger Ayers just stopped the game to get the sub in. Let my man get in here to get his opportunity to play.
That's right. J.C. Shire Jr. And Gabriel McKay will sub out.
They just tapped each other up like, hey, thanks for stopping the game so I can get an FGA up here.
Looking out for each other.
That's right.
Decker Jr.
Oh, what a pass.
Here's Caillou. Blair the third with the miss. Cook's already got a bucket.
Hold the clock
Oh,
for
he
what?
hooks it from all. It's a
Turn down for what?
That guy hardly plays for Oregon. That's how good their roster is, right? He's come in, hasn't wasted any time.
Another bucket, Decker Jr. These guys are hot. Oregon advances 81-52 to the second round and will face Arizona on Sunday. We will wrap things up